Hi there, everybody. It's Mr. Hirsch. I am going to help you learn about the distributive property. You should take some notes if you need some help in your journal. Distributive property. So there are a few ways to look at the distributive property. First, we could say 3 times 4 minus x. Okay, there's actually, so if we're going to do this, you always want to multiply the term outside of the parentheses, distribute it evenly among the terms inside the parentheses. So if there's more than 2 terms, you would do it more than 2 times. Each term is separated by the operation. So in this sense, the term 4 and then the term x. 3 times 4. So this turns into 3 times 4 and 3 times x, and you would bring down the subtraction. So 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times x is 3x, and the subtraction symbol comes down. That is 12 minus 3x. Now, there's another way you could do this, and that is using the box method. So we have 3 times 4 and 3 times x, right? 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 times x is 3x. Whoops, 3x. And then we would take the minus and plug it in as a minus. So it turns into 12 minus 3x. If this way works for you, you can do it. So let's look at another problem. Let's say 2x times negative y plus 4 be 1. Woo! All right. So in our first system, we would say distribute the 2x times this, distribute the 2x times this. So we'd have 2x times negative y, and then 2x times 41. We bring down the plus. You end up with minus, because there's a negative times a positive, 2x y. Let me keep my y looking the same. Minus 2x y, and then plus 2x times 2x is, 2x times 41 is 82x. Now these cannot be combined because this has an xy and this has an x. So this is simply done. How about this method? We're going to say 2x over here, and then we're going to do our boxes. And our terms here are minus y and 41, and there would be a plus in between. So 2x times minus y, minus 2xy. 2x times 41 is 82x. And then because we have a plus, we would put a plus in the middle, and it would turn into minus 2xy plus 82x. Or we could rearrange those and say 82x minus 2xy. So that's how you would do distributive property, either distributing here with the parentheses or using the box method. Either one works. Remember, if the number on the outside has a negative symbol, you've got to take that into account when you're doing it. Let's look at one of those examples. I'm going to clear my screen. So let's say we have negative 4 times the quantity 3x minus 6. Now, distributing, we're going to say negative 4 times 3x is minus 12x, and then negative 4 times 6 is 24, but that's a negative 24, and then we bring down the negative here. And if we are subtracting a negative, that is like adding a positive. Now, there is another way we could do this here, and that is to say 3x, instead of 3x minus 6, when you are subtracting, it is like adding the opposite. So we could say 3x plus negative 6, right? And then you're going to end up negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x. Negative 4 times negative 6 is positive 24. And then we bring down the plus. Notice negative 12x plus 24, negative 12x plus 24. They work out the same. For some people that don't like this minus or forget about it, turn it into a plus and negative. We'll make it easier. You're always dealing with addition because subtraction is adding the opposite. Okay? So there's one piece that I want to show you that I maybe didn't show you before, and it's in your homework. And that is, what do we do if it's 3x plus 2 equals 6 minus 4x minus 1? Okay, so when you have a negative touching the parentheses, hold on, let's go times negative 2. This is like multiplying a negative 1 by each of them. You still have to distribute it to each term, okay? Negative 1 times 3x is minus 3x. Negative 1 times 2 is minus 2, or negative 2, equals 6 minus. Now here, what happens if the number's after it? It doesn't matter. If there is a number inside a parenthesis or outside a parenthesis touching, we still have to do it. Negative 2 times 4x is negative 8x. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. Okay, so now we have negative 3x minus 2 equals 6. Now, this is like plus a negative 1, right? Times. So we're going to go plus negative 1 times negative 8 is, or negative 8x is 8x. Negative 1 times positive 2 is negative 2. So now we have negative 3x minus 2 equals, now we can combine like terms, 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 plus 8x. Now what do we do if we have x's on both sides of the equation? Here we want to get them to one side. We're going to do that here by adding 3x to both sides. Minus 3x plus positive 3x cancels out. You end up with negative 2 equals 4 plus 11x. Now it's a one-step or two-step equation. Subtract 4 from both sides. Negative 6 equals 11x. Divide by 11. Then we have negative 6/11 equals x. Do not change this to a decimal. This is a good answer. Even if it's an improper fraction, I'm okay with that at this point. All right? Thank you very much. Have a good day.